This is WB5DRI. We will be starting up the Air Force's Flyers Club Net in about 2 minutes at the top of the hour on this frequency.
WB5DRI, W5ABI. Thanks for getting those guys to move, Brian. W5ABI.
Yeah, W5ABI, WB5DRI. Yeah, Roger. Joe, good morning to you. And that guy was very, very nice to move off for us so we could have the net here. I applaud what he's doing there, trying to get folks ready for hurricane season and trying to demonstrate the emergency communications capability there. So I hope he is very successful today with his station there from Lake County. That was November 4, India Lima Bravo. So we want to thank him for his consideration and for what he's doing there. This is WB5DRI. We'll be starting up the Air Force's Flyers Club Net in about 1 minute. Well, it's about that time. Let's go ahead and get started. Good morning to all stations. This is WB5DRI. We'll be net control this morning for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. We meet on this frequency every day of the year, normally starting up at 10 o'clock Central Time. This time of the year, it's 1500 UTC. The Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, and veterans of all the military services, to include pilots, air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, missile crews, support crews, and anyone involved with military aviation from all of the air branches of all of our military services. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net, and you don't need to be involved with military or aviation in order to check in. Our purpose is to promote fellowship between those radio amateurs who devoted a portion of their lives to support our air forces. This is a control net. We like to use the words contact, relay, check-in, or info to contact net control. We also have a very good website at Air Forces, plural, Flyers, plural, club.org. That's Air Forces Flyers Club.org, which has a lot of good information about our net, bios, from some of our members, and also an online application. If you would like to join the group, again, that's not necessary in order to check in. Again, my call sign is Whiskey Bravo 5 Delta Romeo India. My name is Brian, and I'm located down here in San Antonio, Texas, in the Alamo City in San Antonio, Texas, South Central Texas. Our format for this net is we take check-ins and we go down the list allowing each station to give their reports, and then we go back for a second 73 round if there's time, usually on Saturdays. We have a lot of check-ins and plenty of time for the net. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have the following stations off of NetLogger this morning and stations that I've talked to. I have our first mobile station, W5PIX, that's Cliff. He's 18-wheel mobile, and he's at the top. So good morning to you, Cliff. He's my neighbor to the north here, just north of San Antonio in Bulverde, Texas. And then I have KB7LAK, that's Justin, and he is from Utah, but I'm not sure where he is this morning, but he's a short timer, so we've got him at the top of the list, and he may be mobile as well. But good to have you with us this morning as well, Justin. Then we have our NetLogger, that's N5BE Lee. up in Arlington, Texas, and Lee also provided the question of the day for us this morning. So we'll get to that here shortly, but we do have a question of the day. It's kind of a trivia thing that we do to generate great discussion on our net here. So good morning to you again, Lee, and thanks for your question. And then we have WW5ENZ, that's Chief Mike up near Oklahoma City. Good morning to you, Mike. And then we have K2SJP, that's Bob, down in Lutz, Florida. Good morning to you, Bob. And Mike and Bob are a couple of our net controllers as well. And then we have another net controller, KG5PTE, that's James in Belton, Texas. Good morning to you, James. Then we have, let's see, W5ABI, that's Joe out in Las Cruces, New Mexico, that I talked to earlier. Good morning again to you, Joe. Then we have our commander, K1BOB. Good morning, Bob. Bob is up in Boise, Idaho. Good morning to you, sir. Then we have King Queen 6 Echo, that's Mike out in Anthem, Arizona. Good morning to you, Mike. Then we have WB2JJO, that's Ray in Petersburg, New Jersey. Good morning to you, Ray. Then we have K4YDB, and he has a live stream on YouTube. If you type in his call sign on YouTube and live stream, our live stream of the net will come up. It's a live stream that he has every day for our net, and it's a great website, basically a very, very nice live stream of our whole net here. And you can listen to the net there, and you can see the stations that are checked in, and the question of the day is also posted there. Okay, we also have listening this morning, I'll receive only. We have Norm up in Illinois. I recognize him, N9KJN. Thanks for joining us this morning, Norm. Good to have you out there listening on the side. So we look forward to having you check in again with us here on the net. Break, that is bottom of the list as I have it. Let me stand by for any additional over-the-air check-ins, and then we'll get a call out from both coasts here. This is WB5DRI. Any stations wishing to check in to the Air Force's Flyers Club net, members or guests, please call now. K6FED, good morning. I haven't heard you in a very long time there. I think you're in Cucamonga, California. Is that Frank? Do I have the name right?
Frank, Cucamonga.
Roger, Frank. Well, I got you good on the electric radio this morning. We'll put you on the list there. That call sign, Leon, is Kilo 6 Foxtrot Echo Delta. That's Frank in Cucamonga, California. Any other stations wishing to check in over the air before we get a call out? This is WB5DRI. Go ahead, relay.
K1 copy, W6DRI, Jim's coming in very nice before you. K1BOB, back to W5ABI.
Oh, okay, thanks guys. I think I had two relays on W6WAY. We got you on the list there, Jim. We'll put you on there. W6WAY is on the list there. Very good. Okay, let's see. From the West Coast here, Bob, can you put out a call for us, please? K1BOB, WB5DRI.
K1BOB, be happy to. This is K1BOB, looking for please from now, we just call Sean, man, and the station.
Brian, back to you, K1BOB.
Okay, Bob, thank you. Let's get a call out from the East Coast. K2SJP, Bob, another Bob on the East Coast. Can you put out a call for us, please, Bob? Good morning, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, good morning, Brian. This is K2SJP relay for net control, calling any members or guests for checking into the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Please call now. Nobody there, Brian.
Okay, Bob, thank you very much. Let me go ahead and give the question real quick. It's a pretty straightforward question this morning from Leon there, N5BE. And the question is, time on target is a concept of delivering concentrated artillery fire on a target. This can be pre-coordinated fires from multiple locations, calibers, and methods. Can you name who first developed this devastating concept? Can you name who first developed this devastating concept? Time on target. It's a concept of delivering artillery fire on a target through pre-coordination from multiple locations, calibers, and methods at the same instant or same time. Can you name who first developed this concept? Was it Alpha, the German Army in Operation Barbarossa? Was it Alpha, the German Army in Operation Barbarossa in World War II? Was it Bravo, the British Army in the Western Desert Campaign in World War II? Was it Bravo, the British Army in the Western Desert Campaign in World War II? Or was it Charlie, the German Africa Corps at Tobruk? Or was it Charlie, the German Africa Corps at Tobruk? Or was it Delta, the U.S. Army Italy in Monte Cassino? Was it Delta, the U.S. Army Italy in Monte Cassino? Does anybody need any repeats on the question? Well, hearing nothing, let's go ahead and get started. First on the list this morning is actually Cliff, W5PIX Mobile. Good morning, Cliff. WB5DRI, you're up, sir. Is he talking? W5PIX Mobile. Cliff, I don't have a copy on you. Are you out there? Over. Well, I'm not hearing him on the radio or on the SDRs this morning, so we'll go ahead and move on. Let's go to Justin. I'll come back to Cliff there later on in the net. Maybe we can pick him up later. Sometimes he gets busy with loading and unloading. He may be in the process there. KB7LAK, Justin. Good morning again. Justin, you're up for the net. WB5DRI. KB7LAK, WB5DRI. Are you still there, Justin? Is anybody copying Justin, or did the band just drop out on me?
Brian, I got nothing on 2 SDRs, so he must be in a dead area.
Okay, well, thank you, Lee. We'll come back to him as well later on. why don't you go ahead and take your turn, Lee? We're down to you. N5BE. Your turn. WB5DRI.
Okay, Brian, thank you. WB5DRI N5BE, good morning to you, sir, and good morning to the net. I'll obviously pass on the question, but I do have a somewhat related war story. As some of you may know, I was mal-assigned by the U.S. Army when I came back from Korea, and I got stuck in the 2nd Armored Division in an artillery unit. It's a long story, won't get into it. That was in the 5th and 14th Artillery, and then I transferred out to garrison troops. I was very lucky, and I had a 66 Chevy pickup truck, OD in color, that I'd go run errands with. So one day during lunch, I decided to go out to the maneuver areas to watch the tanks qualify. So I'm driving out on this road that is, tank trail, perfectly dry. And then I realized I'm not going to make it in time. I need to go back to work. So I tried turning around. I end up in the mud, axle deep. A 5-ton truck comes along with a winch on it. He just looks at me and laughs and says, "I'm not going to help you. I just cleaned and greased this thing." And he takes off. So I'm sitting there wondering how I'm going to explain I'm not at work. And the ground starts to shake. And up over the hill comes my old unit, M109 self-propelled guns. They look like big tanks. And they come clanking to a stop, hatches open, and they say, "Hey, please, you guys, get me out of here." So they hook a cable up, a big old steel cable, and now I'm freaking out that they're going to break my truck. And they said, "Do you want out or not?" So they pulled me out. I went to the wash rack, put the fire hose on it, and no one knew any difference. So I escaped that one. That's my artillery war story of the day, Brian. That's almost all true. WB5DRI N5BE.
N5BE, WB5DRI. Great story, Lee. Yeah, not too many people can say that they were pulled out of the mud by an Army vehicle there, self-propelled gun there. So very good. Great story. Enjoyed that. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep it moving. We'll break with you there, Lee, and we'll come back to you for the answer on this question, because I think it's a great question and deserves some elaboration, and we'll come back to you for that. Break with N5BE. Let's go on, though, to Mike up in Oklahoma City. Chief Mike, WW5ENZ. Good morning, Mike. You're up for the net. WB5DRI.
Okay. Hey, WB5DRI. This is WW5ENZ. Yeah, I cannot hear you locally today. It's conditions are kind of raspy. Anyway, as far as I got a pretty good copy on you on the SDR. So also leads the same way. For some reason, I don't know. I turned the beam down south too, but didn't seem to make any difference. Anyway, as far as the question goes, it's a pure Lee question. I love it. Anyway, I'm going to go with Bravo. I'm going to go Bravo on this one, and we'll see how that works out. Other than that, I'll be hanging around here to the bottom. So I turn it back to you, WB5DRI, WW5ENZ.
Okay, Mike, very good. WW5ENZ, WB5DRI. Well, we got you down for Bravo there. Mike thinks it's the British Army and the Western Desert Campaign. So we'll see how that comes out. So very good. Let's go ahead and keep it moving here. I can hear you well on the SDRs this morning, Mike, but I can't hear you at all on my radio. We don't have the short skip that we sometimes have, but usually have a great signal there from Oklahoma City. We'll break with you. Let's go down to Florida to somebody that I know I hear well. That's Bob in Lutz. Good morning to you, Bob. K2SJP. You're up for the net. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI. 5DRI. This is K2SJP. Good morning again, Brian. Good morning to all the flyers. And we're over in holidays today. You guys never know because half of the time I don't know myself. So we got solid rain over here today. Since about 4 o'clock this morning, it's been coming down. Brought the XYL Rosalie over to work at about 6 a.m. and it was just pouring, and it still is. We need the rain badly. The grass is in bad condition, and that water will really help. So we have 78 degrees over here right now, Brian. And thank you for running the net. On the question, yes, I will go with Bravo also. Bravo is my answer on that. So back to you. We'll be here till the end. WB5DRI. This is K2SJP.
Okay, Bob, very good. K2SJP, WB5DRI. Well, I'm copying you on the radio pretty well, but even better on the SDRs. The propagation is kind of squirrely, like Mike was saying there. It's a little bit funny, but anyway, good to hear you this morning, Bob, and I understand you're in holiday, and we got you down for Bravo there, and very good on the rain. We've had plenty of rain here the last few days, and it's really great. It really helped out San Antonio, but it set new records for rain. I think we've had the other night we had like 7 inches on the north side of town and 6 inches over on my side of town, and also on the south side of town. So anyway, it's a pretty good situation. We're about 80 degrees right now. And when I started the net this morning, it was about 78, but we're going up in the high 80s today to about 88 for our high. Anyway, good to hear you this morning, Bob, and we got your answer there, so we'll break with you, and let's keep it moving here. Let's go to James up in Belton, Texas. James, what's happening with you up in Belton? KG5PTE, WB5DRI. Good morning, James.
WB5DRI, KG5PT. Brian, before I continue, I'm going to unkey. Let me know if you hear me on the flex, please.
Yeah, I'm hearing you on the SDRs very well. James, go ahead.
All right, I'm using the Flex Direct here at the house with the new Smart Link, the new version 13.9, I think it's 0.818. It's the new version that they released the other day. I want to give it a test and hear it from the house, and I'm using a Shure microphone directly into the Flex 6400 on 100 watts of power. And I'm fixing to leave the house here just a little bit and go into be in a mobile capacity, and I'll use the iPhone, I guess, maybe for the 73 round if you can hear me. I'm going to go Bravo for the answer, Bravo. And I heard the Florida station in here before the net. They were doing some sort of a hurricane exercise. I was curious as to how you got them to move, because they had a lot of traffic in there. So apparently you was capable of getting them to move over. So thank you for that, and hopefully it was able to carry on with their net or whatever they were doing. Anyway, I'm going to head down to Marble Falls, Texas today and assist with the K5HLA, the Highland Lakes Amateur Radio Club. We got a bunch of technicians that want to upgrade to General today, and they need VE, so I'm going to be doing that here shortly. WB5DRI in the group, KG5PT, back to net. Thanks for running it net, Brian.
Okay, James, you're welcome there, and good to hear you this morning there, and thanks for what you're doing there as a VE for the Amateur Radio Club there. So have a good day with that, and we'll give you a call on the 73 round there, James. So very good, and we got your answer, and that station, N4ILB was a station, and he moved off to 14287. And it was very nice of him to do that, and I really salute what he's doing there to demonstrate emergency communications for the upcoming hurricane season, which is basically starting 1st of June, I guess, or the end of May. Anyway, very good, James, and thanks for joining us this morning. We'll break with you. Let's go to Joe out in Las Cruces. Good morning, Joe. Again, W5ABI, WB5DRI.
W5ABI. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. Thanks for running the net. Beautiful calm day there in Las Cruces. We were supposed to get some showers yesterday afternoon, but it never happened. It's been over 6 months without the rain, so we really need it. You guys need to send us some Texas in Florida. Anyhow, we got our construction down here. We had the field all filled up with fresh rock, and they come in, they did the deck, the composite deck, 14 by 16, in about a day and a half. So now I'm here to do the cleanup work. Anyhow, so everything's going very good. Let me see. Oh, it's currently going up like it's currently 86, going up to 93. So that's about the usual for this time of year. Anyhow, on your question, I'm going to go with Bravo. We'll be here at the bottom of the net. WB5DRI, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe, W5ABI, WB5DRI. Well, good to hear you this morning, Joe. We got your answer there as Bravo, and hope you guys get some rain. Sounds like you really need it out there. And I wish we could send you some of what we've gotten here, but of course that's not possible. But maybe you'll get some, hopefully, in the coming few days here before the summer really sets in there in earnest. But very good on your pool there also. I think you're the second person I've heard that's filled in their pool lately here because it just gets to be too much sometimes. I understand about that. There's just too much to take care of around the place. It seems like there's enough regular stuff as it is without having to take care of a pool as well. I know that's a lot of work and a lot of expense. Anyway, very good to hear you this morning, Joe, and hope you and your wife are doing well there in Las Cruces. Beautiful city there. Anyway, we'll break with you, Joe, and let's go up to Boise to our commander. Bob, hope you and Lynn are doing well. Good morning, sir. You're up. K1BOB, WB5DRI.
They get this upgrade anyway. It's on the side of my sign. So I don't know, maybe it's a rip. Anyway, it is what it is. Watch those calls, gentlemen. Never thought it would happen. This is K1BOB, and I don't know. On this question, there's conflicting information I think out there. And I'm sure Lee's taking advantage of that. I'm going to be different. I'm going to put my Maverick hat on there. How's that? And I'm going to go Delta. The Gustav line. And that was primarily the U.S. line in Italy. And but I do think I've read reports that both the British and the U.S. line came up with it together for use in other places. So anyway, I'll be different. Looking out the results. Please good to hear everybody. Conditions are a bit better here today, I think. Thank you very much. We don't have to worry about money here. We got irrigation and we pay for it one way or another. K1BOB, WB5DRI. Thank you for running it.
Okay, Bob, K1BOB, WB5DRI. Well, we don't have a very very good path this morning for some reason, Bob. I guess propagation is just not that great between us, but did get your answer, I believe, as Delta. So very good. Sure is good to hear you this morning, and thanks for the help this morning. Let's go ahead and we'll break with you, and let's try one of our Arizona stations this morning. King Queen 6 Echo, Mike out in Anthem. Good morning, Mike. You're up for the net, WB5DRI. Okay, Mike, very good. King Queen 6 Echo, WB5DRI. Well, I was copying you very, very well on the SDRs there, Mike. That's the only place I could hear you this morning, basically, but very strong there, sounding very good. So good to hear you this morning, and we got your answer there as Bravo. So let's keep it moving. Let's go out to New Jersey and see if we can get Ray in here from Petersburg. WB2JJO. Good morning, Ray. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Good morning, Brian. WB5DRI from WB2JJO. Well, I'll tell you what, Brian, write this down in your log. You are armchair copy here. Armchair copy here on the radio in Petersburg, New Jersey. I've never heard you something so good, but boy, I'll tell you what, you got a fantastic thing here this morning. I don't even need the SDR for you. That's how good you are. So whatever you're using, whatever's happening, it's working fine. We have 66 degrees and cloudy. We just went through about 44 inches of rain here over the last couple of days, and well, I'll tell you what, I think the low has finally got out to the coast. So anyway, and that's it. As far as your question is concerned, well, I'm going to have to follow the scholars there, Brian. I'm going to go with Bravo at my answer. So, leave if you can hear me, the answer is Bravo, and we'll see where that takes us. So that's what we said. WB5DRI from WB2JJO.
Okay, Ray, WB2JJO, WB5DRI. Well, I'm glad to hear I'm getting out someplace there, Ray. So, anyway, good to hear you this morning, Ray. I'm copying you well on the SDRs, but the radio, I've got a lot of high noise level this morning, so I'm not hearing much of anybody there, too much, but I'm hearing folks on the SDRs much better this morning, so very good. We got your answer there as Bravo. let's keep it moving. Let's go to Charlie in Cartersville, Georgia there. Charlie, good morning. And thanks for all you do with your live stream. We sure appreciate it. And you're up, sir. K4YDB, WB5DRI. Okay, Charlie, K4YDB, WB5DRI. I got you down for B, so very good. Let's go ahead and see if we can get Frank. By the way, Charlie, your signal is normal S9 with me, very strong this morning. Good to hear you there from Cartersville. We usually have a very good path between us. So anyway, we'll break with you, and let's go out to Cucamonga, California there. Actually, I think it's Rancho Cucamonga. That's Frank, K6FED. Good to have you back in there with us this morning. Frank, it's been a while. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K6FED. Good morning, Brian and the Flyers. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm usually a late riser. I'm not an early bird, so I miss the net throughout the weekend. So when I get up early, I try to put it on my calendar to make sure that I do at least check in as often as I can. But that's just the way things are. I usually don't go to bed till 2 or 3 in the morning. So for whatever reason, I'm up very early this morning and wanted to take the opportunity to say hello to you and all the Flyers. Not much more going on here in Cucamonga. Looks like it's going to have a beautiful day, so I'll probably spend most of the day just sitting on the porch waving at the cars as they go by. But with that said, Brian, I'm going to do like the rest of the majority of the guys, and I'm going to go with Bravo as far as the answer is concerned. Other than that, thanks a lot for picking me up, and we do appreciate you doing the net. WB5DRI, this is K6FED.
Okay, Frank, K6FED, WB5DRI. Well, you're over the 9 mark with me, Frank. You probably win the golden microphone this morning. Actually, you're 5.9 plus with me here in San Antonio. So very good to have you with us. And we got your answer there as Bravo. And I hope you have a great day there in Cucamonga. And that's Rancho Cucamonga. I love saying that. Anyway, let's keep it moving. We'll break with you. Let's go to another California station there. That's W6WAY Jim out in Corona, California. Not too far from you, I guess, there, Frank. W6WAY. Good morning, Jim. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Okay. Just a minute. I got an info here. Give me a chance to plug in the earphones here.
Roger.
okay. I handled that problem. I don't know why, but that's the first time that's ever happened. Let's see. It's 69 degrees here. It's going to get up to 93. Let's see. What else? I can't hit the live stream for some reason today. I'm trying to set that up, and anyway, I haven't been able to set it up. Anyways, is Bravo also. I follow the women's trade. Back over to you, Brian, and thanks for running the net. WB5DRI, this is W6WA1.
Okay, Jim, very good. W6WAY, WB5DRI. Well, you were 5-7 and better with me here this morning, Jim. Good signal there from Corona. Good to hear you this morning, and glad you got your microphone, or your headphones all set up there. Sounding good there from Corona, and we got your answer as Bravo. So very, very good. Let's go ahead and we want to recognize. We're sort of at the bottom of the list, but we want to recognize the stations that are out there listening this morning. We've got Norm, N9 KJN. That's Norman. He's in Harvard, Illinois. And then we have Rod, KO1Y. He's in El Paso, Texas. Then we have K7ARN. That's Lucky Ken in Kingman, Arizona. So good to have you guys out there listening. And we also have one of our net controllers, WA6LJS, and our treasurer, John, in Hamul, California, listening as well. WA6LJS, John. So, John, good to have you out there listening as well, and hope your move is going well for you there, and hope you're found a buyer for your house there in California. John's in the process of moving down to Florida. Very good move on his part, and he's got such a great house there with solar panels, I think, and also a Generac generator. That house should really be a desirable one for anybody in the market. They're buying a great place there, it sounds like to me. So anyway, very good to have you gentlemen all out there listening on the net. We'll break with you, and let's go back up to the top of the list and see if we can pick up a couple of stations that we didn't hear to start. Let's go to W5PIX Mobile, Cliff. W5PIX, you're up, Cliff, WB5DRI. Does anybody hear Cliff? No, I'm not hearing him either. We'll break with him. Let's try Justin, KB7LAK. Justin, if you're riding along with us mobile there and you're in a good spot where you can copy us, you're up, Justin. KB7LAK, WB5DRI. Okay, Justin, great to hear you this morning and from your home station now. And we got your answer as Bravo. So let's go ahead and we'll break with you. I'm glad we were able to get you in there. We'll break with KB7LAK, and that's the bottom of the list as I have it. Did I miss any stations, or do we have any additional stations that would like to check in? I do see another station out there listening, one of our members, KJ5IAI, also in Belton. That's Mike. So good to have you out there listening with us, Mike, this morning. And I'm thinking that you can't check in for some reason there. So we'll put you down as receive only. And let me stand by for any last-minute check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club Net before we go to the question and the answer there. This is WB5DRI. Members or guests, please call now, WB5DRI. Well, hearing none, let's go ahead and get the answer to the question, and we'll go to Leon for that. And then we'll start the 73 round here. N5BE. Lee, thanks again for this great question, and I'll let you elaborate here. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI N5BE. What? I have to read it? I have to read the answer? That's a lot of responsibility, Brian. Oh, boy. I'll just cut right to it. The answer was Bravo. Is Bravo. Yeah, the Brits developed this. I think the timing is a little bit nebulous, but it's before El Alamein, but they did use it with maximum effectiveness at El Alamein. So the data that I got says they developed it in 1941. So that was before we got in the war, and but we did use it to maximum effect. In fact, the Germans used to really get upset with us for killing them with artillery and not attacking them face to face. And our folks said, "Why do that when we got artillery?" So they were not happy with that. Yeah, the Brits developed this. Their intent was they did a lot of BDA on artillery strikes, post-strike, and they saw that it wasn't all that effective, or not as effective for the amount of artillery they were laying down. So they decided to develop this concept of time on target. So you had multiple tubes of different calibers in different locations, and they did the math. They called it dwell time, and they did the math of when they would fire in order to all these rounds arrive on target at the same time. They did this because their studies showed that over 50% of the human targets were up out of their holes prior to any artillery attack, and about 20 to 30% of them were in their holes, another percent were in some cover. So they decided to take advantage of people walking around, without any prior notice, and just dump all this artillery on them at once. And I think the intent was to get everything within the circle within I think 3 seconds, something crazy like that. Now, of course, this is all manually plotted, but they're the ones that came up with it, and very effective. So no chicanery. I'm going right by the history books. So tomorrow we're going to have a question on big engines, airline engines. So I expect all you airline drivers to max out on this one. Don't disappoint me. WB5DRI N5BE. I'll go ahead and give my 73s now, Brian. Thank you.
Okay, Lee, thank you. N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, thank you for all that, Lee, and thanks again for doing the net logger. And this question is a great one, and I did some research, and I found it kind of interesting that the British used BBC to get time hacks there so that they had an accurate time for everybody to work with this time on target concept. So anyway, very interesting stuff, and excuse me. Let's go ahead and we'll say 73 to you, Lee, and let's keep it moving here. Let me go back and see if I can get James. I know he's mobile. Let's see if we can pick him up on the 73 round here. KT5TTE, James, you're up. If you can copy me, WB5DRI. Well, I'm not hearing him at all, so I guess he's busy driving there, so we'll break with him, maybe give him a call later on here as we get down to the bottom again. But let's keep it moving here. Let's go back to the list, and we'll see if we can get Chief Mike in there. And I should comment that most folks, we just had almost 100% here this morning on the answer there, so very good on everybody's answer with Bravo. And Chief Mike, you're up for the 73 round, WW5ENZ, WB5DRI. Okay, Mike, 73 is to you, and we'll talk to you possibly tomorrow. Break with WW5ENZ. Have a great day, Mike. This is WB5DRI. We'll break with Mike, and let's go to Bob down in Florida again. K2SJP. Bob, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI. This is K2SJP. Good net. Good question, Brian, especially when I get it right sometimes. And rain is still coming down like crazy over here. It looks like it's an all-day rain, which I am actually happy about. So 73s, everybody. To everybody coming on over Echo Link, we'll see you on over there. Back to you, Brian. Thank you again for running the net. WB5DRI, K2SJP.
Okay, Bob. 73 is to you. You and Rosalie have a great day down there in Holiday, and we'll talk to you the next time. Break with K2SJP. Let's go back to Las Cruces. Joe, W5ABI. Joe, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Joe, 73 is to you. Have a great day there in Las Cruces. Break with W5ABI. Let's go to K1BOB. We're back to you, Bob. I hope we can, hope we have a better path this time. Conditions have kind of deteriorated here. But you're up, Bob, for the 73 round. K1BOB, WB5DRI.
Brian, Bob turned it.
Okay, thank you very much, Lee. Bob, I've completely lost you in the noise there, and you probably aren't copying me as well, I would venture to say. So you may hear me on the SDRs a little bit, I'm not sure. But anyway, have a great day, Bob. We'll talk to you some more on Echolink. We do have a conference node, and on Echolink that's Alpha Foxtrot Foxtrot Charlie, and all stations are welcome to join us over there at the conclusion of this net for a short 73 round on Echolink. So we'll break with Bob, and let's go back to Arizona. King Queen 6 Echo. Mike, you're up for the 73 round WB5DRI. Okay, Mike. Well, 73 is to you, and we'll talk to you possibly tomorrow. Have a great day there in Arizona and Anthem there. Break with King Queen 6 Echo. Let's go back to New Jersey, to Ray. WB2JJO. Also with a correct answer there. Ray, you're up, sir. WB5DRI. Okay, Ray, very good. 73 to you. And
frequencies occupied, net in progress.
Yeah, the frequencies in use. There's a net in progress, old man. Okay, break with WV2JJO. Let's go to Charlie, K4YDB. Charlie, you're up for the 73 round. WB5DRI. Okay, Charlie, thanks again for all that you do with your live stream there. We sure appreciate it. It's a great website on YouTube there. So 73 is to you, and we'll break with you, and let's go back out to California, to our California stations. First up is K6FED. Frank, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Frank, you still get the golden microphone this morning, Frank. You're the only one that's really held up solid the whole time with the same signal strength here, 5.9 plus, with me here in San Antonio. So good to hear you this morning. 73 is to you for now, Frank. We'll break with you, and let's go to another strong California station. That's Jim. W6WAY. Jim, also with a correct answer. You're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Jim, 73 is to you. we'll break with you, and let's see if Justin might be back in there for a 73 round. KB7LAK. If you're still out there listening, Justin, go ahead and take your turn on the 73 round. WB5DRI. Okay, Justin, 73 to you. That is the bottom of the list as I have it. Did I miss any stations, or do we have any additional check-ins, last-minute check-ins on the Air Force's Flyers Club Net before we close this thing down and switch over to Echo Link to our conference node over there? This is WB5DRI. Please call now. I hear somebody way down in the noise. Can I get a relay on that station? It was a Kilo Foxtrot station or something, I believe. I'm sorry, old man. I'm just not copying you. The conditions have just really deteriorated here on the band this morning. I apologize. Please do come back and join us again on the net whenever you can. We're on here every day starting up at 10 o'clock Central Time. But I cannot copy you, and I didn't hear anybody that was able to relay you there. So I think the conditions have just dropped out of the bottom here on the band. Anyway, 73 to you, and this is WB5DRI. I will go ahead and close out the Air Force's Flyers Club Net this morning, and I want to thank all the participants and all the relays, and thanks to N5BE Leon for the great question and also for handling the net logger, and thanks to K4YDB Charlie for his great live stream on YouTube of our net, and we'll say God bless our troops and God bless the USA. This is WB5DRI, now closing the Air Force's Flyers Club Net and returning the frequency to normal emitter use. 73s, everybody. Good day.